In just a moment here, we're going to be talking about what we can do with Teradek and COPRA. COPRA is really, really cool.
Hello.
Hey Matthias, how are you?
I'm very, very good.
I'm Michael Artis. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
You've come from far away.
Germany, actually, yes.
Germany.
And it's been a lovely 18 hours economy class trip to come here.
Wow!
I loved it.
That's crazy. This is awesome.
Yeah, but the weather, come on, it really makes it up for it.
Wow. Look, put your hand through the mic cable.
Okay, so here we go.
Yeah, because we don't want you to pull that off by accident when we're jockeying around here. And so, how long was the flight from Germany, and how was it?
Well, actually, I had to stop. We were flying directly from Berlin to Chicago, and the weather in Germany at the moment is really awful. It's like it's been great for months.
Yeah.
And so then we came through Chicago, and then we flew down here to Las Vegas, and suddenly there was sun, it was warm, and it was like, you could really feel everybody in our crew was like, the spirit was coming up. It was like, oh yeah,
I feel like I want to talk with a German accent while we do this. I want to know.
You wanted to?
I want to talk. I want to talk.
German accent.
I want to try the German accent. Do you like a Porsche?
Well, I'm Austrian, and I can give you an Austrian accent.
Oh,
if
you can
want.
give me Austrian. Yes, give me Austrian accent. Yes, do it. Do it now.
Not too bad. You can do it pretty well for being an American.
Yes, thank you. So Porsche, do you like Porsche?
If I could afford one, yes.
I was going to say, like, you know, I was thinking like maybe Porsche's like a taxi cab there, but I love
but the
Porsche.
Mercedes are.
They are. I know. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's really crazy.
So you have a Benz?
Me?
Yes.
No, I drive a shitty van because I do motocross, so I need something to transport my bikes.
Too bad we don't have a delay button. We could drop out that word. But you have a van because of motocross. You motocross?
Yeah, I do motocross.
Very nice.
That's why I've got a van. But anyway, no, the taxi stuff is there is actually one or two Porsche taxi.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But honestly, you could buy a cheap Porsche in German, and you could ship it over here.
Okay, how much is a cheap Porsche in German?
Well, if you go for something like a 924, you would end up with like $8,000.
What?
And then you would
8,000?
Yeah, but it's like from the 70s. Or
right. Oh,
okay.
Like, yeah.
And you would keep it to the shop every week, so to have it.
Well, yeah, I could buy a 914 and put like a 911 engine in and still be like under 20 grand.
Yeah, definitely.
But who wants to drive a 914? I want to drive like a 911 I like the Cayman. How much would a Cayman cost me today in Germany? Or is it the same price as here?
If the starting price would be around, I would say
50, right?
50, yeah.
It's
but
the same
in euros,
as here.
watch out. The problem is like all the new cars are much cheaper here. So if I bought a Beamer, for example, it's much cheaper to buy here and ship it back. So
right,
people
buy your Benz here and ship it back.
Yes, because honestly, the American market is important for them, and because the euro is strong, unfortunately, they have to make a competitive price here. So for us, it's cheaper to buy here.
It's funny. I'm a car guy. I used to have friends that would go to Germany, buy Beamers there, drive it at the factory, and come back.
It's really the wrong way. But what a lot of people do is like, you know, from California, Nevada, they SLs.
Yeah.
They ship the SLs back, like the Mercedes SL, the old ones, the cabriolets, because there's no rust, nothing, so they love it.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
I could talk about this all day, but let's talk about what we're here to talk about. COPRA, your company started as an FTP file server, is that correct?
Yes, exactly. And so basically we came a long way, and now we are really doing a lot of stuff for the iPad because we think DOPs love it, like it's cool, it's slick, they can carry it everywhere.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
tell me about it. Now it works with the Teradek devices too, and that helps it a little. So tell me about it a little bit. This is basically creating playback on your iPad almost instantaneously, so you can watch a scene that's just been shot, make sure you like it, take notes and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Correct?
I mean, you know that Teradek has a great app for live videos, so that's a really cool thing. But what if you want to say, let's record what has been recorded, you want to see that as well.
Yeah.
So at the moment, there's nothing for that really. So that's why we teamed up with Nicole to sort of build the next generation case product for him, which is specifically built for the Teradek environment, and which allows you to instantly, after you stop the camera, you can review the clip right away. So it's right there on the iPad, you can download it and take it home, and you can review it at home, so you got all your day's worth of shooting on your iPad.
So basically, and can you do this with multiple iPads?
Yes, absolutely.
So basically, like the directors, the producers can all go home with this on their iPads, and it's digital dailies right there.
Yes, and the cool thing about it is like because it's such a sleek and simple solution, everybody can take it on, but they can comment on it, and they can sync the comments in their user group. And so basically, at the end of the day, you can really like, for the editorial, you know what is everybody thinking about shots.
How much does this cost? Because it's phenomenal.
I've got no idea what Nicole gonna charge for it. You have to ask him.
All right,
but I can tell you about the cloud service.
Yes.
Because when you want to use it on the cloud, like not only in the local, you just pull the memory card out of the Teradek, you upload it to the cloud, and then everybody around the world could also join into the group, and you could review it on the internet.
Wow.
And that would be $1,200 per month for a project on that cloud server.
So if you're working on a major motion picture, it's not a bad cost. If you're working on a television commercial, not a bad cost. If you're shooting your kids, it's not for you.
Well, yeah, it's not for you actually. But I mean, there is a couple of things we're looking at. I mean, what I now told you with the $1,200, it's really like what you said, an enterprise solution. It's like, so there is cheaper stuff. So it starts at $500 for a simple solution, and you can also rent it per week. So if you don't just need it for a week because your kid's birthday is just for a week, you could do that. But honestly, YouTube is so much better for that.
I like what you're saying. That's true. That's true. But I do like what you're saying. I like what the product does. How about visual commentary? You have a visual commentary service.
I could show you here. So we've got here this footage which DOP from Germany shot for a music video. And so let's say
and you just played it and then you just paused it, just as simply as that.
And I can do stuff like I could frame step in that. And the really party piece of it is I can zoom in and I can watch closely what is happening. So that's really nice. And so if I want to share my ideas, honestly, I can write a comment, but writing comments, like, it doesn't really explain the situation. So what I do is I use my 2 fingers, I select the color, let's take this one, and then I mark up the area that I was talking about. And if there would be other people in my user group, I would go out there, and then I would go and I would take my notes and I would sync them back to the server, and the other guys which are allowed to see my comments would see my comments.
Wow, that's phenomenal.
Yeah,
that's
so
phenomenal.
basically, you know, and always in a production, like everybody's talking like, oh, I mean the scene with the girl with the war, and nobody knows what it's talking about.
Or I mean this
here,
on the ground.
Here you got the complete round trip.
Right. That's amazing. Yeah. That's amazing. How long did it take you to create this?
Well, actually, we are post-production companies, so we built it for ourselves 3 years ago, to sort of, because we were fed up with people, with sending DVDs to people. With it just felt so old, so we created that for ourselves, and then we started to market it because people wanted to use it, and yeah, that was the thing.
How about some of the projects that this is currently being used on? Tell me some of those.
So currently in the US, we are currently using it on one production, which is called The Calling. It's shot in Canada, and it's a TV production.
Yep.
It's shot in Canada and in the US. And so
that's on Fox, correct?
Honestly, I don't know.
You don't know. I think it's on Fox.
Yeah, and then we've got a couple of other productions which I'm not allowed to talk about, unfortunately. But in Europe, it has been on nearly every
I signed the same
major...
NDA, so we can talk.
Yeah, but I guess somebody else.
He caught on. I was going to try.
But I mean, if you have seen a major European movie in the last couple of years, it's been on that.
Okay.
So it's big in Europe. So
and it's
totally fresh
and it's here.
Yes, it's finally here.
How do people how do they find out more? How do they get it?
Well, they go to COPRA.de, they get all the information there. They download the app from the App Store, from their iPad. They just type in COPRA 4. They've got the demo project on it. They can take a look at it. And on the COPRA.de, they can just contact us. They can send us an email. We give them a free demo account. They can try it themselves, can find out if they like it, and if they like it, they can buy it.
Just COPRA.de. There's no .com. It's DE.
DE, yes. Because the com was taken. So. That's the sad thing.
I like this. So you guys developed this 3 years ago. How long did it take you to develop?
It was the team was like 4 people, and we were consistently working on it for 3 years straight. So basically, it's version 4 now. So we had a new version out every year, and so if people want to take a look at CinePostproduction.com, that's the company we are, and that's where we can see like what we do with that stuff. So
and what about teaming up with Nickel and Teradek? When is this going to be available? The whole solution with Teradek?
I had a quick chat with Nicole before, and we think it's going to be a couple of months still to really make it a really cool product. The demo is, I mean, I've sawn the prototype, but it's still sort of a bit ugly.
Now Case was really nice. I saw Case 1. This is going to be Case 2.
Yeah.
And it's going to be all these features plus some.
It's going to be all these features plus some, and it's going to be a complete because in the original case there was sort of limitations through the software. So what we can offer to Nicole is that he has carte blanche in designing the hardware. So it could be smaller, it could be faster, it could be more dependable. So a lot of improvements could be made to the product because they didn't need to use the Mac infrastructure, and it could affect the price as well.
Wow, that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. Matthias, all the way from Germany to see us. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for the time. And if the next time I bring you a Porsche, if you give me the money for it.
But it's cheaper for me to bring you one.
That's true, but I can't afford a new one.